Have you ever sat blankly in front of your computer screen in the middle of the night? Your mouse cursor blinks relentlessly right over the send button of a very important email. You've checked the spelling 10 times and everything is absolutely perfect, but deep down in your stomach, there's a tight, indescribable knot. A voice echoes in your head asking, "What if you send it and they realize you are terrible?" That same voice whispers, "What if you get accepted and cannot handle the immense pressure?" And so, you quietly close your laptop screen, you pull the blanket over your head to sleep, and personally throw away that rare opportunity. Or perhaps this scenario frequently happens to you in your romantic relationships, when everything is so incredibly peaceful and that person always texts you right on time. Suddenly, you feel bored and inexplicably restless. You intentionally drag out an old, dusty issue just to sulk and make a huge scene. You just want to see your partner get exhausted explaining things to prove they love you. And strangely enough, when they finally start to get irritated, you breathe a sigh of relief deep down. You tell yourself that you knew it all along because no one in this world could treat you well forever. If you see your own reflection in those dark moments, then welcome. You are absolutely not alone in this exhausting psychological battle. You are not lazy, and you are certainly not a terrible person. You are simply a victim of your own brain trapped in a severely harsh state. That state is known as sabotaging yourself right at the threshold of success. Let me tell you about these differences so you can stop blaming yourself every night. Many people confuse this self-sabotage with completely different mental states. The first and easiest state to recognize is simple laziness. Laziness is when you see the TV remote far away and you just don't bother to reach for it. You would rather lie there scrolling through a broken phone than bend down to pick it up. In that moment, your mind feels very relaxed and does not worry about a single thing. The second state that often sweeps through us is total burnout. You look at a pile of 30 unwashed dishes and you truly want to clean them because they smell, but your body right now feels as if it is superglued to the mattress. You lie there glaring at the ceiling and cursing yourself for being a useless person. You genuinely want to do the work, but your energy battery has been depleted to zero. But the state of self-sabotage takes on a completely different and unique form. This is the strangest blind spot that very few people can recognize in themselves. You have a lot of motivation, and you are doing everything exceptionally well. But the moment the finish line appears most clearly, you start to panic. You stay up until 4 in the morning watching short videos, even though you have a decisive interview tomorrow. The next morning, you wake up with a wrecked body and a familiar sense of guilt. You are punishing yourself simply because you accidentally stepped too close to success. Why are we so cruel to do such terrible things to ourselves? Do we as human beings not genuinely desire to be happy? The truth is, to your brain, safety never equals happiness. To your nervous system, safety simply means familiarity. Try to recall the turbulent years of your childhood. If you grew up surrounded by criticism and the constant pressure to be perfect, or if your family went through countless painful tragedies and upheavals, then the feeling of not being good enough has become your only safe shelter. Stress and sorrow are the familiar territories of your brain. Your brain knows how to process pain and sadness with extreme proficiency. But peace and positive recognition are strange lands full of hidden dangers. When success comes too quickly, the amygdala in your brain immediately triggers a red alert. It screams that this is a dangerous place and we do not belong here at all. Everyone is born with an internal thermometer measuring our capacity for happiness. When joy exceeds that familiar threshold, you automatically cause countless troubles. You do this just to drag the temperature of happiness down to a level you know how to endure. You smash everything to pieces just to return to that warm, familiar mud puddle. That place might be filled with suffering, but at least you feel safe there. Your brain does not hate you, it is just trying to protect you in the most negative way possible. It would rather let you fail than face a completely uncertain and bright future. So how can we stop this painful cycle of constantly turning back? The truth is, there is no magic switch that can solve this immediately. Do not try to force yourself to become strong overnight. Try to start with these 3 tiny exercises in your daily life. The first exercise is learning how to sit quietly with your own awkwardness. The next time someone sincerely gives you a compliment, even if inside your chest you feel restless and desperately want to deny it, you really want to say that everything was just a stroke of luck, but please try to keep your mouth shut and do not explain anything else. You just need to look them straight in the eyes and say exactly 2 words: thank you. Let that restlessness and awkwardness run wildly through your veins. Your brain will eventually learn a truly invaluable lesson. Receiving compliments from others is absolutely not as lethal as you imagined. The second exercise is called the rule of a single plastic bottle. Perfectionism is always the most cunning disguise of self-sabotage. When your brain commands that you must clean this room spotlessly or else do nothing at all, you must bravely stand up and throw away just 1 single water bottle. After that, you have every right to lie back down and rest comfortably. That tiny action will shatter the extreme mindset of all or nothing. The third exercise is the art of talking to yourself. When you are about to cancel an appointment at the last minute just because fear surrounds you, take a deep breath and gently soothe the panicked child inside you. Tell yourself that you know you are terrified of disappointing people. Send a word of thanks to your mind for always trying to protect you all these years. But firmly tell it that this time we are truly safe now. We absolutely deserve to keep moving forward to embrace the light. You have survived so many terrible and dark days in the past. You are truly an incredibly outstanding and resilient survivor. But now, that life or death battle has officially come to an end. You no longer need to be on guard against your own happiness. Success is not a towering mountain peak filled with heavy pressures. Success is a well-deserved reward that you have every right to open your arms and receive. You do not need to tie your own shoelaces together just to trip and fall one more time. You are allowed to fully enjoy the sweet fruits of your sweat and tears. If you read these lines and suddenly feel your chest become a little lighter, allow yourself to shed that heavy suit of armor right now. Write down a brief pledge to yourself at this very moment. State that you officially give yourself the right to be happy. Everything does not have to become perfect immediately today. You just need to start with that incredibly small and gentle permission. Your nervous system will eventually learn how to be at peace again over time. Always remember that you deserve all the best things in this world.